Have you ever been right in the middle of telling a story, you're excited about it, and then you look over and you see the other person's eyes just kind of glaze over? You know that feeling, right? Well, today we're going to fix that. We're going to dive into a method that can turn your everyday chats into stories that people actually want to hear. And this right here, this is the moment we're talking about. We've all been Noah. You think you're sharing something interesting and then, boom, the phone comes out. It's honestly a pretty awful feeling, and it's exactly what we're here to solve today. So, here's our game plan. First, we'll figure out what the boredom trap is. Then I'll show you the way out. It's called the spotlight method. After that, we'll break it down into 3 simple skills. See how it totally transforms a story, and then we'll finish up with a little challenge just for you. Okay, let's get right into it. Section 1, the boredom trap. This is so important because you have to understand why a story isn't working before you can fix it. And here's the key idea. Just because your English is grammatically perfect, that doesn't mean it's socially effective. There's a huge difference. So what is this trap exactly? Well, here you go. It's when you just list a bunch of facts in the order they happened. You know, like a police report or a calendar story. First this happened, then this happened. It's all correct, sure, but it's socially fatal. It just sucks all the energy and emotion out of the room. Let's see what this looks like in the wild. Our friend Noah gets asked how his morning was, and he starts right at the beginning, just like a police report. I woke up at 7 a.m. You can already feel the listeners sighing on the inside, can't you? Oh, and he keeps going. The kitchen, the toast, the butter on the toast. With every single detail, you can almost physically feel the listener's attention just slipping away. I mean, who cares about the toast, right? And we finally get to the end of this thrilling report. He put on a blue shirt, he walked to the bus stop, the bus was late. By now, Noah has detailed every single boring step of his morning, and his friend has completely checked out, which of course leads to this, the dreaded phone check. I mean, that's it. That's the ultimate signal that you've lost someone. Noah's perfectly chronological, fact-based story literally drove his friend Sam to look at anything else. So how on earth do we fix this? Okay, so we've seen the problem. How do we escape this trap? Well, that brings us right to section 2, the spotlight method. This is the solution. It's all about learning to find the one interesting, valuable piece of your story, the gold, and putting all your energy right there. I absolutely love this metaphor. Think about it. Your whole day is like a giant, dark stage filled with stuff. You don't need to talk about everything on it. No, you have one powerful spotlight, and your job is to shine it on the single most interesting or funny or emotional thing that happened. That's it. And this is the aha moment. It turns out Noah actually spilled an entire cup of coffee all over his boss that morning. That was the story. The toasts, the alarm clock, the blue shirt, that was all just dirt he was piling on top of the gold. He buried the best part. So, you've got this spotlight, but how do you actually use it? Well, that brings us to section 3. The method really comes down to 3 specific skills that anyone, and I mean anyone, can learn. They are the hook, the fast forward, and the twist. Let's quickly break these down. First, the hook. This is how you grab them. You start with an emotion, like I had the most embarrassing morning. Next, the fast forward. This is you using the spotlight. You skip all the boring stuff and jump right to the coffee shop. And finally, the twist. This is where you signal that the good part is about to happen. And here's a little secret weapon for creating that twist: drama signals. Simple words like suddenly or unfortunately are like little alarms for your listener's brain. They basically scream, "Hey, pay attention, something important is coming." All right, it's time for the big reveal. Let's put all three of these skills together and see the transformation. We're about to go from that painfully boring police report to something that sounds more like a scene from a movie. Just listen to this new opening from Noah. It starts with a drama signal, "You are not going to believe," and it leads with the core emotion, "most embarrassing morning." Now, instead of pulling out his phone, Sam is leaning in and asking, "Oh my gosh, what happened?" And here's the rest of the story. Notice we fast forwarded right to the coffee shop. No toast. Then, drama signal number 1. Suddenly I tripped. And then the big one, drama signal number 2. Unfortunately, my boss was standing right behind me. All action, no fluff. So much better. I mean, this side-by-side comparison really says it all. On the left, you have a schedule. On the right, you have an emotional event. We went from woke up to had a disaster, from made toast to spilled coffee on my boss. It's the same morning, but the way it's told makes all the difference in the world. Okay, look, this isn't just theory. This is a real practical skill you can start using literally today. But the only way to get good at it is to actually practice. And that brings us to our final section, your Radiant Challenge. Here's your mission if you choose to accept it. For the next 24 hours, your only goal is to tell one person one short story about your day. It doesn't have to be some life-changing event, just one single moment. And here are a few simple rules to help you out. In your story, you have to use either suddenly or unfortunately. That's going to force you to find that twist. And remember, focus on the feeling, not the schedule. Oh, and a little bonus tip, if you want to tell a good story, try starting with "the highlight of my day was." That's just a positive spotlight. So we'll leave you with this final thought. Great storytelling isn't about having a more exciting life than everyone else. It's about getting better at finding the exciting moments in the life you already have. It's all about selection. So, what's your story? Give it a shot down below. Tell us a one-line story using suddenly or unfortunately. I'd love to see what you come up with.